Welcome to Fire Leo Tarot. I am a tarot reader and intuitive. Shout out to all my lovely Fire Leos. Leo, I'm so excited to do this reading right now because I just pulled some wonderful energy for how your person's feeling toward you and your advice. Okay, now only my OGs remember these cards. Let me know down below in the comments. However, I'm gonna start with you and your overall energy. Is the Five of Cups, Leo? No, what? Listen, let me explain something to you, Leo. You could have gone through the ringer in your relationships. I'm sending you a big old hug because I love my Leos. I do not play about you guys. But I want to say this, Leo, you have to release whatever happened in your past. And I'm urging you to, because Spirit has something for you, it's specifically for you. It's designed just for you. It is on its way like it was a package. And you need to receive your shit. You need your things. So I feel like with the Five of Cups, like, Leo, you sometimes sabotage connections that you know could likely end up in commitment, connections that you know are something that will feed the true you, the real you, and help you level up and turn into the woman or the man that you're supposed to be. But I feel like because you're so fixated on your past or what went wrong, who didn't do this, who wasn't there, could even be from childhood, as far, from childhood, guardians or whatever, to lovers. And because of that, you sometimes sit and sulk about your past longer than you should here, Leo. Because again, let me remind you, in case you forgot, do you not see that big old beautiful cup behind you? So it's like you're sabotaging certain things, or you're still so focused on what went down the drain, what went wrong. But it's like right behind you, you have something wonderful. Spirit, look at this. Spirit loves you, Leo. I was gonna say Spirit loves you, and then Queen of Wands, and they love you. Queen of Wands is you and your true essence. This is you and your power, your feistiness, your sassiness. Male or female does not matter. Your dominance, you're talkative, you're flirty, you're beautiful, you accept yourself, you accept others. So I feel like that's something that you need to tap into more. And I'm only urging you, and I'm only going in on this right now, is because I pulled an advice card for you. It says some good shit is about to happen. And then on the back of the card, don't let your issues fuck it up. Your issues here, Leo. 2 to 2 on the timer, right? So you have to be mindful about what is actually imminent danger versus what is your judgment. How is the way that you understand love, how is that skewing something that could potentially be beautiful, Leo? We don't have time for that, because that's your advice. Spirit said, nah, like, you need to release this. I don't care what it is, how you got to do it. Go back to the drawing board, write it out on the calendar. I'm going to release this by this date, or I got to go here by this date to help me, whatever. Take care of that, because you pulled 2 cards, or your person pulled 2 cards. First card is you turn me on, and this is not even in a, SAEXA way. This is more who you are lights me up. Like, Leo being in their authenticity lights them up. Like, it's just like this flame right here lights them up. So I feel like I almost got too excited and set this card on fire, Leo. All right, but yeah, I just feel like who you are lights them up, and this person feels like you being in their life helps them level up. And you may not see it like that, because sometimes people always expect a Leo to have this huge ego and be so confident, this, that, but that's not always the case. We're regular humans, and we do rely on our confidence. That does get us far, but we also have times where we're inward and withdrawn and don't feel the most confident, and that's normal, right? But this person feels like you are a level up from anybody that they've been with, from any experience that they had, and I feel like because of that, they're wanting to man up about something. They're wanting to man up or woman up, and it could be about something that they haven't told you. All right, it doesn't have to be terrible, but it could be about something they haven't yet told you, or came clean with. So let's just get your energy first, and then we're gonna get into your person. Why is this card here? Okay. Yeah, what's going on with my Leo? How is my Leo feeling at this time about this connection with this person? Ooh, the Emperor. You like them, Leo. You can see yourself with them. I feel like you're very protective over this person, or if somebody was to say something about this person, it's like, listen, not too much on him, not too much on her. Mind your business. Don't be running your mouth about my person. So I feel like you're very protective. This person or you could have a forearm tattoo, or somebody's very good at chess as well. Yeah. Now for you, Leo, things have to go a little bit slower for you to feel confident, and for you to feel like it's really something that could develop into something long term. Because you've done the hot and heavy. We've done many of those readings about a connection that's like hot in the beginning, and then it goes like sour not so shortly after. But I feel like you feel as though this Emperor energy is taking their time, but you don't mind it though, because you know that it's something that could potentially be long term. Because with this Ace of Cups here, I feel like there's an energy where you wouldn't mind accepting a love offer from this person. Now the thing is, you don't know how you're going to get from the Ace of Cups to the 10, but you think it's possible. So you don't know how you're going to get from a place of like in the beginning or a renewal, take it as it resonates with the state of this relationship, but you don't quite know how you're going to get all the way here where you're together and you're sharing things, or you're living together and it's a very committal situation. You don't quite see how that's going to happen, but you still have this level of optimism. So Spirit is like, keep it and don't let your issues F it up here, Leo. All right, with the Judgment card, you're being guided right now to surrender. Leo, sometimes you feel like you're getting breadcrumbed and I feel like you got to recalibrate. What is this? Yeah, Spirit's like, you got to chill, Leo. You got to chill. What is this? Okay. All right, we got man up, woman up. So I feel like sometimes you can pick somebody apart so much to the point where you don't even want them anymore. And I feel like you're tempted to do that with this person, but you're trying to hold yourself back because you're like, you know what? I told myself I was going to accept love, or I told myself I was going to be more gentle with myself. I feel like you're being a lot more gentle with yourself as of late, or you're definitely going to come into that space. Tell me about this person. Tell me about this person that's in my Leo's life who feels like the Leo is a level up, who was really turned on by Leo. What is this? This feels exciting. Like, I feel anxious. Tell me about this person. Ooh, wow. Okay. Bottom deck, Queen of Cups. This person gets really emotional about you, and you might not think that, or you might not know that. Yeah, and here you are, Queen of Wands. This person gets very emotional about you here, Leo. I feel like not only do they get emotional, but they feel like it's wise to be emotional. As I split the deck, we have the Two of Cups. It's wise to be emotional because you understand them and you're emotional too. It's like it works. Because you see how these two people's hands are interlocked. And one is going into the person's cup, and then one is going into your cup. So it's like you guys, there's a reciprocal energy of emotions here. So I feel like it's not that you're overly emotional or they are. I feel like it's reciprocal. You guys both are. Maybe you don't show it though. We got the Five of Wands and the Nine of Wands. So definitely a lot of attraction here, right? And this is very, I can't really say, but you know what I mean. This person is highly revved up by you, to say the least. But with the Five of Wands and the Nine of Wands, I feel like this does cause a bit of a stress for your person because they're not quite sure how to go about that. Tell me more. Tell me more. Okay. Yeah. I feel like it's a complicated situation with this person. Not complicated in a way that it can't get better, but I am getting the energy here where your person, they just, again, because what's sticking out to me is this can't wait card as well. It's just like, they keep having visions of you guys being together. They keep having visions of a Ten of Pentacles situation happening. This person could come to your house a lot. All right, and I'm going to say something here, Leo, so please don't take this for most of you guys, only if it resonates. But for some of you guys, this person could have had a family, and they would always come to your house because you couldn't go to theirs. And that's only for like one or two of you. I'm definitely not feeling that for most of you guys. So just move on with that energy if you know that's not yours. What is this? All right, somebody also has a love language of physical touch. Oh my God. Okay, we have touch you, I love you. All right, so this is this person's energy toward you. I feel like something about when they touch you or your skin is really smooth here, Leo. But I also feel an energy where they just feel emotional toward you. And looking at their cards, you wouldn't think so, but it's felt. It's more of an intuitive thing that I'm picking up on, because if another reader was like, what? Five of Wands, Nine of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. There's nothing emotional about that. But again, that's why I say I'm a tarot reader and intuitive, because I sense that, and that's what's being picked up in the oracle cards here as well. So I just feel like energy here where your person, when they start to get emotional, is when they start to think in terms of stability. That's how you know your person is emotional. So if your person starts having certain conversations with you, Leo, talking about the future and, oh, would you ever move here? Do you ever see yourself living XYZ? You already know what time it is. What is this? Right. They're making plans. Understand that. If this person starts asking you about those kinds of things, because that's how this feels. Yeah. That's how this feels. You could be dealing with the earth sign, all right? But this is also an energy of stability, an energy of longevity, long term. I feel like your person has a lot going on at work. I'm not surprised, especially if they are coming out as this emperor energy, because they usually are very busy, very very busy. This is not a night. This is not somebody who's like, oh Leo, can I come over? Can you come now? Or can I see you? Nah, they don't got that type of time, because everybody wants an emperor or empress until you realize you got an emperor or empress, and they're also an emperor or empress to other people too. Meaning they have other responsibilities other than just you. So your person is looking at that as a potential disruption in this connection manifesting as quickly as it could. Tell me more, Spirit. What is this? Okay. Okay. I feel like this person is sitting back collecting data. They're very, it feels like a studious person. They study a lot. Somebody maybe in school, or they have to constantly stay on the stay on stay I'm not, this is not the right word, but stay on their toes when it comes to new information. It changes the course of their job. That's you or them. Like, you have to stay updated or something like that. All right, but I feel like there's an energy where they're trying to figure out this situation with you and them, and they're trying to also figure out how they want to go about confronting their feelings, how they want to go about confronting their emotions, or the things that they don't say. What is this? Okay. All right, we got, ooh, fantasy and seduction. Okay. I feel like your person is trying their best to not be ruled by their nether regions. Okay? Oh my gosh. YouTube is about to have a damn field day with what I just did. All right, let's hope not. But they're trying not to be controlled by that. So you might wonder sometimes, like, oh my gosh, is this person attracted to me physically? And it's like, Leo, what? Are you crazy? This person is too damn attracted to you. But I just feel like they're trying to look at value in other ways. This feels like a person who's really trying to change, because they might have chosen lovers based off of physicality or surface level things, and it never got them anywhere, and only left them trapped in situations that they really wanted to release themselves from. So I feel like your person has they've gone through some spiritual lessons and I want to say spiritual lessons, but also some real hard life experiences that have taught them that the shortcut way is not the way. They got to do it the stability way. Hence why when they start to feel emotions, right away their brain turns it into Ten of Pentacles. Okay, would Leo mind living here? Could Leo see themselves doing this with me? Does Leo make enough money for XYZ? They start thinking in those terms. They start thinking in terms of long term rather than emotions. But that's just how their mind works at this time. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Right. Figure out if I got enough money for that. No, I do not. No, I do not. Give me more. Yeah, the Devil card. This is a card of obsession. Why is this person so obsessed? Or just completely enamored by you? For some of you guys, you have a child with this person. We also got the Sapio connection, so I feel like, again, the way your mind works, look, there goes the Leo. I'm telling you, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus. But this makes them, or a Capricorn, or a Virgo, okay? I got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, and Aries here. Now, something about your conversation, it feels like home, or it feels like they can really connect with you here, Leo, more so than they can with anybody else. And that's what makes them want to have that higher commitment with you. The mother of the child or the father of the child could also they've had a very tumultuous relationship with that person, so they just don't want to create that kind of situation again. I haven't pulled from this deck. Oh, look at the Capricorn. So there's your Capricorn. If you're dealing with one, let me know. All right, but I haven't pulled from this deck in a long time. Let's see. Okay, we got the Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and Seven of Cups. Wow. Okay, so I don't know what to say. This person is going to want a relationship with you at some point here, Leo. That's just what is coming out. All right, I feel like you still single, they're still single, but at some point it just feels like this person is thinking heavily of a relationship. Look at the card that flew out, clingy. You might be a little surprised like that this person's actually going to be clingy, or the type to cling to you and smother you just a little bit. I think you like it, Leo, but you also are going to be like, wow, I just didn't think you were like this. That's crazy. All right, but I'm going to overturn these cards in the extended. I want to get your person's next actions toward you, how they're truly feeling but don't have the courage to say, as well as likely outcome. So if you are interested, everything is down below in the description to the extended. See you in a minute, Leo.